Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and today I am going to be starting a new Football Manager 2016 series. This will be Best Young Players in the Future. It's more of a side series if you've seen me do these in the past, where I show a position, simulate a few years into the future. Here we've gone 6 years ahead from the start date. Of course, starts in 2015, simulated to July 2021. So 6 years on, we're going to see some young players pretty much at their best. So if you'd like to see more of this, please leave a like on the video. That will show me you would like to see more of these, and it's a good time to do it because a lot of you guys out there playing the game, you have no idea who's good. There's no sites out there that have tested the game yet in depth, because we're just a day into the beta. So yeah, it's good to do these videos early. So leave your comments what position you'd like to see next. But here today we'll be focusing on the strikers, and I'll put the age restrictions as well. The most being 29, so there's not too many older guys in there, as this is best young players in the future. I want to see how the young players that start and how they are in the future as the best players in the world, not really the older types who are in their 30s now, who maybe start mid-20s. They're not the guys we're looking for, because generally they're a bit more expensive, and you just put is at least 19, so you can make sure there's not so many regions in there. It's still going to pick up a few regions, but yeah, to make sure that is low as well. So as I said, we are 6 years on, so 16-year-olds will be 22 years old, 17 will be 23, and then 18 will be 24, and so on. So I reckon that's best, because generally, 22 minimum is when they're almost at their best anyway. And 23, 24 for the 17, 18-year-olds, they're not going to be improving so much more from there. So it gives you a good gauge of these players. Of course, they're not going to be the exact quality every single save, but they're definitely going to be around the mark. So the highest valued striker 6 years into the game is Alvaro Murata. No doubt he's a talented player in real life. So he's 28. So he obviously starts at 22, which to me, anyone under 24 goes down as still as a young player in my view. But look at those stats. 37 goals in 58 caps. So generally what I'll do, I'll show you the players' attributes, but also I will show you their tallies. Especially for the strikers, it's really important to see their goals, and attacking players as well for assists. He scores a decent amount of goals, but my concern probably in his early days, in the first few seasons, he wouldn't smash in a lot. It's the last couple seasons when he's really coming to his own, he's at his peak, and he smashes in goal. Like Liverpool, that's the kind of player Liverpool need. Big signing, big striker signing, and obviously, he's smashing in the goals, doing really well. Especially that as a January signing coming from Bayern. Bayern Munich splashed the cash, but he didn't really... Well, honestly, they didn't give him a chance. Like 13 starts. Not even 13 starts. They're all off the bench. They didn't start him in any games. So you can see that's not really his fault. So that's what I mean. Keep that in mind as well, as I want to showcase that. Like you might look 13 appearances, only 3 goals. But when you think of it, 13 off the bench appearances, 3 goals is not too bad. So he's the highest valued striker in the game. And he's definitely, he's that guy. When you're a big team, of course, we're going to show a lot of guys who'll start cheaper when they're 16, 17. But Alvaro Murata is probably a go-to striker. But again, it depends on the roles. And you can see here, this is what I love, default in Football Manager, the highlight important attributes for, and you can choose no highlight, the position the player was last played in, but also the player's best position and role. As you can see, the role and duty there. Obviously, the roles are the poacher, advance forward, and complete forward, and the duties are either attack or support. So just to let you guys know that are new to the game. And it highlights his best role, basically, best position and role, and the attributes that suit that as well. Of course, it's good to be high valued and everything like that, but it's good to have those suitable attributes. So for the first player there, I will just want to explain everything, all the details, and then we'll go through a bit more rapidly. Now, Anthony Martial has moved on to Man City. You might say that's like an unrealistic move, but that's what happens in Football Manager sometimes. It just, the way it pans out, you can't control it. So you can't be in so much control of it. Like, people say the game's not realistic when those kind of moves happen, when a player goes from, well, technically, okay, How would you judge that? He didn't go directly from Manchester United to Man City. He went to Real Madrid for one season and he played 6 times, only 2 starts in the league, then went to Man City. So it wasn't a direct move from Man United to Man City. But again, still a previous United player. He's one of the best strikers in the world. Strong, fast, and a good finisher. That's always a good mixture for mine. And again, it shows the best ratings or best attributes for his role and everything like that. And it's not even highlighting his strength and pace. So those are 2 other ones. That's what you want. A guy who can dribble well as well, and he can finish, and he's quick and strong. He's a perfect striker, and you can see his height, 181 centimeters, so he's not really tall though, so that's something to keep in mind. Pascal Shuara, and this guy is actually a regen, but just so you can have a look at the regen, attributes not really you want to worry about, but it's good to see, good regions will come through. But look at that, 22 years old. Like if you want to see if they play for the national team or something, 19 goals in 24 games, or 24 caps, really good. He's like an ideal replacement for Robin van Persie for the Netherlands. So it's funny how he comes through, 187 centimeters as well, so pretty tall. And as you can see, I downloaded a special pack as well where you can get shirts on some players, because I had that last year as well, so I used the same file. So yeah, that makes it just look a bit more lively. Some don't have it, but again, it's a good mix-up. Richaro Zivkovic, here's a similar name at 24 years old. He hasn't got as many goals. He's only got 11 in 37, so that's very interesting. Again, the pace he's all about. The history as well. I have to show you those. He doesn't smash in a lot of goals yet. That's a concern. That's a concern for me. How about last season? Did he start a lot? Yeah, start 29 times for Monaco, but just doesn't smash in the goals. So that's something, to keep on your mind if you want to sign him. So I'll do that with, Martial. What did he get again? Go back to his goal-scoring records. For Man City, doing really well. Well, the season he signed, he did really well. The last season for United did really well. Obviously, gathered interest from Real Madrid, but again, they just didn't give him the chance. So he's a good striker. It's really between him and Murata. So you say Murata's the highest valued in the game, but they're really similar. Like 1 million difference is hardly anything. So really similar quality. Christian Pavan from Juve. He is a real player, not a regen. I was wondering, I haven't heard too much about him, but you can see where he starts at. He's obviously out on loan. You can see he has a loan spell at Panathinaikos, and he scores 15 goals in the first season, so he'll gather a lot of interest early, in this save anyway. That's probably a big part down to it. But at Boca, he did well, then he moved on to Spain, to Valencia, and he scores goals. He knows how to find the back of the net. I guess that first season in Italy for Juve, started 23 times, scored 8, not terrible. For first time in a new country, I suppose. But second season really kicked on. He's kind of at that age now because he's 25. It's really when he'll start to become a good player, like a really good player. You can see he's quick. What else? Finishing solid, dribbling, pretty good. A very good crosser as well. He's actually a natural attacking midfielder, or a winger. But natural as a striker as well. You can find the back of the net. So that's, I suppose, his positives. He can play a couple positions well, a couple roles well. Next up, Andre Silva from Porto. You can see he's played a lot of games for the national team, 48 at 25, and he scored 32 times, so pretty reliable. Has he ever left Porto, though? He hasn't made a permanent move, if you look at it like that. He's had a couple loan spells, but either way, every season, he's had over an average rating of 7.38. If you look, maybe Portuguese top division is not the best, but he did have a loan spell in the Bundesliga for one season and smashed in 16 goals from 27 starts. So he scores regularly. Of course, comes back to Porto and dominates. So I think he could. Like, say, just compared to Premier League level or something like that, La Liga, he should be able to do well because, again, he's a stronger type. He's definitely not slow, but he's not so rapid. He's got decent pace, like agility, acceleration's pretty good. Good heading as well. He's 185 centimeters. I think he could be a hidden gem. Like, a lot of people will go for maybe someone like Murata or Martial. Maybe Murata will be a bit more realistic. Martial, new signing for United. But this guy could be a hidden gem. Like, I've still got to think who I'm going to sign in my Arsenal series, and this is obviously going to help me with that. But there's a few guys already on my radar. And Harry Kane, if you're looking for the English striker, as expected this year, who have high potential, but he still doesn't look the greatest. He's obviously moved on to Manchester United now. If you look at the signing of him, 44 million. He scored, or he still finds the back of the net. Like, to me, I don't know. Harry Kane, he doesn't look killer by his attributes. Like, he doesn't have outstanding attributes. He's got very good strength because he's a strong player. He's not pacey, but he's good on both feet. I suppose that's good. Got the preferred moves there as well. And you can check out all these other stuff that he has, and you can see I like the career stats here as well. I've mentioned it in like my Arsenal series. I really like the layout of Football Manager, and I like how it says earning as well there, not just what he's paid, just like an extra word into there. But yeah, on point here. Harry Kane, he's solid, but he doesn't have killer attributes. Generally, those stronger types don't. They'll be a bit slower, but what I mean is his finishing. I'd expect Harry Kane's finishing to be a bit higher, but I notice his passing and technique's pretty good, so he can create. So I suppose he is, as you would expect, not the best striker in the game, but he's up there. He's definitely up there. He's a stronger type, maybe target man type. He's strong and can create for others as well, and still puts in a decent amount of goals every season. Next up, Luciano, Viet, Atletico Madrid, stays there for the duration of his career. Pretty good. And he scored over 20 goals a couple times. Those are pretty good seasons. In total, 26 goals that season and 25. So over that span, those 2-year span, he scored 51 goals in 2 seasons, all competitions. So he's pretty good. But then next couple, maybe starting a bit less, as you can see from at the bottom, his appearances, everything like that. And this latest season, he started more again, scored 15 goals and 20 in all competitions. So he's a strong striker. He can get the job done. If he suits your role, you'd sign him. If he doesn't, you wouldn't sign him. Like, you wouldn't just go out to sign the best striker. That wouldn't be him. If he suits your role, you could probably, I'm not sure if you want to mold him to center attacking midfielder, but he's got good vision. He can create as well. He's one of those types. Develops to have 20 agility. I'm not sure how much he starts with. But next up, Corentin Jean. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name, but either way, 26 years old, so he starts at 20, of course, 6 years in. Some very good physicals, quick, not bad strength as well. He is valued at 34 million, and he's at Benfica. He's moved around a bit, hasn't he? As you can see, a lot of different teams, spending a lot of time in France. His highest tally is 18 goals, and that's when he's played a full season as well, most games for Lyon, scoring 18 goals in 34 appearances in the league and 6 times in Champions League. Well, I'm guessing it's Champions League. It's Continental. Maybe Europa League. Don't know. But 6 goals, pretty strong in Europe out of 8 starts. He's a solid striker. Like, this is where you probably, if you can't afford someone, like a top striker, if you can't afford a top striker, he could be okay. And again, he's natural striker, could be trained to play on the wing positions. Maybe a positive, he's not called up to the national team so much, so like international injuries, maybe not, it won't be a problem for him. So yeah, interesting type. He is most definitely Nabil Fekir. I think this guy should be really good. He's 28 now, 6 years into the game. And he's got some nice attributes, first touch, agility, but he doesn't shout out at me as a killer player. I wouldn't imagine he'll have two. Yeah, that's what I thought. A couple early seasons, maybe, he'll be playing strike a lot for Lyon. And he has some nice goal-scoring seasons, but then he's moved on to Benfica, and surprisingly, he's not played as much. They must have a pretty strong team. And leave in your comments if you'd like to see that in this, well, maybe not in this series specifically, but yeah, who knows, as this is best young players in the future, but to use this save for other things, like I'll check out certain leagues maybe, or teams, like a Benfica, to see how they're looking in maybe I'll do it differently, like in 10 seasons. Maybe I'll, simulate to like 25, and we'll see how everyone's looking then. So leave your thoughts on that as well, just how certain clubs are looking at a certain date. So yeah, leave your thoughts if you'd like to see that. But next up, Gabriel Has Zeus. He's a guy who starts a bit younger, starts 18, he's 24 now. Quick, He's a quick Brazilian striker, 14 times for national team, so maybe he's just starting to break through right now. And you can see the team he's at. It's actually Schalke, but they don't have the real name. I downloaded the update, where it fixes all like fake names and everything like that after I started the save. But once the full game comes out, I think you can use the in-game editor and you could change that. Or maybe just the editor you could download. But either way, you can use the editor to fix that, which I will do. But noted, he does start well. In Brazil for Palmeiras. He scores a decent amount of goals for a young guy, considering his age at that point. And then he moves on to Germany, so Bundesliga, playing for one of the better teams in Germany, in Schalke. So but he hasn't smashed in goals. But that season there, 15 starts and 8 goals. That's not bad for his first season. It's the following ones where he doesn't really kick on and become one of the best in the league. So that's a concern with him, and he could probably still increase a little bit more, 24, but for the most part, he's not really going to increase majorly. So you can see his quality as a player. Carlos Latenzio, is this guy a real player? Yes, he is. He has no face, so that means he's definitely not a regen. He's only played 2 times for Argentina. As you can see, very naturally fit. Natural fitness is good, finishing good, long shot 16, technique. So he's got those nice attributes, and at 23, he could probably increase a little bit more. Check out his attributes. He's okay. I always see these kind of guys that look all right, but they never have, fantastic performances. And especially at a decent team like Napoli, you'd expect to step up to be a key striker, and their key striker would probably look for a 20-goal season. So you've got to keep that in mind with this lad. But he's valued still at 34 million either way, and he's been at Napoli for a while. So that's interesting. So what they signed him for wasn't really taking into account now his value. He's 8.5 million they signed him for, and now he's suddenly valued 34 million. Looking at his attributes and his performances, what he's done, I wouldn't say that's 34 million worth. But either way, he's developed to be that amount. So keep that in mind. Maybe you could make profit off of him if you sign him. Next up, Inaki Williams, currently at Liverpool. Liberian. Yeah, that's where he's from. But I think, he's eligible to play for Spain. I was thinking, was he Spanish? So I was wondering there, because I've seen him in FIFA this year. But and his nationality is Spain, but obviously he didn't break through to play for Spain. Obviously hard to break into the Spanish national team. You have to be a quality player, and he's moved to Liverpool, but he never has been amazing in terms of his average rating. Has a decent season. It's funny, his best goal-scoring season for Athletic was the next season he left. That's a bit weird to me. Or maybe just Liverpool noticed him as a decent player, and they thought, this guy hasn't been that amazing for us. But again, he could probably still increase a bit more. Oh no, he's 27. Thought he was a bit younger. So he starts about 21. So it would be interesting signing, but he's another one that's quick, but then his other attributes aren't absolutely fantastic. So he's a bit of an average player. Maybe that's why Liverpool signed him. Oh, no. But anyway, we shall move on to the next player, which is Malcolm. I think I've heard of him before. In FM15. He's another quicker type, crossing, dribbling, right up there. Again, another type that is a winger and a striker. He's Brazilian, hasn't played for the national team yet, so that could be another positive. But again, national team football could help a player develop at the same time. He had one really good season for Atletico, starting 30 games in the league, scoring 17 times. So when everything's going well for him, he can score, he can find the back of the net, even though with 13 finishings. That's where you got to look at a player as well. Even if he doesn't have the highest finishing stat, 13 for me at a top level, for Atletico, top La Liga side, 13 is not really high. But he could get the job done as a winger, so maybe that's where he's playing, because he's natural as a winger and striker. But that could change over the course as well, depending where they train him. So he's a decent guy, depending how much you could pick him up for. Again, if we go back, check him out, history, where does he start? He starts, you can see Atletico signed him for 10 million from Corinthians. So maybe if you're in the first season, you can find him. But either way, I talk about that, doesn't smash in the goals every season, but he gets good average ratings. So he performs the role for the team. He had one really good season. So yeah, it would be up to you as a manager to get the best out of him, because his best is a really, really good attacking player. Next up, it is Elias Humira. I'm not really sure. That's probably wrong how you say his name. But again, another player with not a face in the game. So he's probably not so popular. Starts at Estudiantes in Argentina. He had one really good season for Sporting in Portugal, but sometimes it's hard to really compare, because obviously Portuguese league is not the same as another like top European league, but he's obviously got the talent in him. But again, he's inconsistent in that division. Like last 2 seasons, he started a lot, but yeah, you got to be looking for a top 4 signing in like the Premier League or something like that. You have to be smashing in goals a bit more regularly. But again, he still made a value of over 30 million, so you could take that into account. I find, yeah, these guys don't look some of them don't look absolutely amazing, like that guy, for example. But they still, yeah, managed to increase up to 30 million worth. Very interesting. So next up, another English lad by the name of Saido Berahino. Very good finisher in the game. Maybe lacks a bit physically. Doesn't have an attribute higher than 15. And strength, yeah, not really that great. So he's an interesting kind of player. Like for me, when signing a striker, I look for him to be pacey or strong. But for me, Saido is neither. So I'm not really sure about him. We'll check out his stats. But again, he's 30 million worth. Liverpool signed him for 30. He's had an interesting career. Big teams want him. Man City signed him for 8 million. That's like a pretty good deal. Like, how about that profit? Well, Swansea make pretty good profit. Again, Liverpool splashing the cash, 35 million. So maybe his value is still reflected by that. Just a couple seasons ago, Liverpool signed him 35 million. So I think good business by both Man City and Swansea. Liverpool, he's obviously going to have to kick on. He had one good season. I reckon Swansea did perfect from that. He had the best season for them. He scored 15 goals. He scored more goals than he did with them. Sorry about that. We'll just go back. What did Man City? Just Swansea got the best out of him. Man City couldn't get the best out of him. And even as you think he'll be more experienced at Liverpool, Swansea, they got the best of it. That he got the best out of... they got the best out of him and then made some decent profit. Signed for just under 20 million. So made, yeah, just over 15 million profit there. So really, really nicely done. And Man City can't complain as well. But he didn't really... I suppose what? He had 6 starts and scored 5 goals in the league. It's not terrible. I suppose for the price, 8 million for Man City's money, maybe just as a backup player, got the job done in rotation. So unless you play through the season, you know how it panned out. Yeah, it could have been an alright signing because they did make profit as well. Manolo Adeney. He's 29 years old. He's a guy that starts a bit older than these other guys. Starts at 23, but he's an experienced striker. Like, you look at this guy, he still does develop. He's actually noted by the media as a cultured midfielder, not a striker, but he's natural as a striker, obviously, because we searched him, and he's listed as a striker. He's a really good finisher. He's got good long shots. So you're playing him in like attacking midfield or a wing role could be good. Can score those goals from range. But again, he's another type that's pretty mixed. Like his pace is 15, agility, acceleration, they're all pretty decent. Agility being, 16, but he's still got decent strength. So, yeah, he's always been a good player. Again, like last few years, he's always developed into one of the better attacking players in the world. We'll go back, we'll check his stats, of course, what he has done. He's had a few 20-goal seasons. How about that season right there? 35 goals in all competitions, and of course 7 international for 7 starts. So he's, after looking at that, he's really good. If you can sign him early, do it. Those 3 years in a row, over 20 goals in the league, wow. And then he got 29 all competitions in that season and 27 there. He's probably one that's most impressed me by the actual output, not the value. The output, he's done the best. So I'm, taking that into account as well. And that he can play multiple positions naturally. Manolo Adeney he's probably one that has impressed me the most out of all the players we've checked out so far. So keep him noted. Of course, he's a known player already compared to some others. But yeah, we're here to find the best types that started on the younger scale. Also, Stephan El Shaarawy, he's a striker, I suppose. But yeah, he's a guy I'd probably want to put more in the winger kind of videos. So I won't look at him too much, just a little bit. Just quick look at his stats. To me, he doesn't smash in a lot of goals. For me, he'll be played more as a winger. But he comes up as a striker because he can play natural there as well. So I suppose that's a positive for him. Bruno Gomes at 25 years of age. Not playing too much times for the national team. But again, he's one of those balanced types. And now I'll just go on. He's still 30 million, but I'll show you the stats and you can just take a look. And I'll just point out so we can go through a bit quicker and check out more guys. 20 goals was his best season. But there's still, there's so many. There's so many good strikers. Like, the value of them. In previous years, I'd be slowly pushing down around this part, around under 20, but it's still in the high 20s. So there's some quality. Diego Roland, he's a bit older, 28. So now we'll kind of push on to look at some younger guys. There's Mathias Pato. He is another Brazilian. There's a lot. But again, he's a type. This is what I mean. These kind of players now aren't absolutely amazing, but they're like pushing 30 million. I know this is still beta stage, so do you think that still has anything to do with it? Like, maybe players are a bit overrated in their values. But if I was Porto, wouldn't you take advantage of that and try and sell him for about 30 million? I would. Like, to me, he's not really good quality. How about this guy, Thomas Toure? Interesting. I haven't heard of this guy. Where does he start at? Starts at Bordeaux, okay. Has a very good first season, and then basically just fools everyone there. Bordeaux did pretty well to take 12 million for him, but then Napoli did well at the same time to get 25. AC Milan hasn't really been a good signing for them. So he's an interesting one. Like I said, he fools a couple of teams that signed him there. Maybe were holding on to his goals in the first season, and he never kind of repaid that. So interesting type. But definitely, I probably wouldn't recommend him with those kind of stats. Luciano, we'll check out him and see how he's looking. 28 years old, only one cap for Brazil. Again, not absolutely fantastic. As Sporting, like these guys have really high values without being... They're good. They're just good players. They're nothing special. So what I will do now is I'll just go down, because I'll have to keep going down now because it just defaults back up. Andrea Bellotti, 28. I'm not going to be clicking on the players now. I'm just going to go down because I've already covered, in my opinion, the best. If anyone comes to mind, like Carlos Fierro, we'll click on them and see how they go, because they're like, he's a guy I want to check out. Carlos Fierro. He's at Inter, scores a lot of goals. In Football Manager, we know his history. Free transfer, I don't really know if that makes sense. He was at Chivas, then the second season, he signed for Chivas for free the team he was already at, so that's a bit confusing to me. But you could probably get him really cheap, but is he as good as he has been in the past? I don't think so. He's not, that always happens in Football Manager. Like, those guys are, for a couple years, they're 17, 18, 19, but when they start to be a bit older, they're just not good anymore in the game, because obviously they don't push on in real life and become the player Football Manager suggests. So again, I'll just show you a lot of these guys without going on to them. So I'll just show you their names, their values, and everything like that. I still want this video to be long, but not too long, because I'll do a lot of these videos. Joel Poham-Palo, 26. He's a recognized name. This guy, I'm not sure how to say his first name. Milik, 26 million, 27 years of age, would start at 21. Gabriel Barbosa. So I think I'll do that. I'll do that from here, actually. I'll lower the age. I'll lower the maximum age to about 27. So that will just lower the amount of players here. So we'll go down a bit. Gabriel Barbosa, he's a name, a recognized name. So we'll check out how he is looking. Obviously, was very good in FM15. He's looking okay, but not looking like one of the best strikers in the world. But as I show you, he's still 26 million. So signed from Santos, 15 million. He's had some good seasons, but again, it's only Portugal. Not saying the Portuguese league is terrible, but compared to Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, that kind of stuff, Serie A, it's not the same level. He's probably not the player he was in FM 15. So going down a bit more, Victor Fischer, again, he's at Hull, so you can see, like, you think about Hull has a 26 million kind of valued player. That's really good for them, I suppose. Cardazi, that will be a region at 21. Martin Benitez. So here I'm going to be looking at some other ages. John Vargas. This guy, no, he's a region. Oh, I thought he could have been a good player if he started like at 16, 17. So we'll go down a bit more now. Anyone else? Bogdan Boychuk. Looks like an okay striker. Got some pace in him. Finishing only 14. Maybe check out his stats, what he's done. Had one 14-goal season. So yeah, I think we're seeing like a familiar trait here. These guys that are still over 20 million, but they're not really superstars of football. They're good. That's the best explanation of them, in my opinion. How about this Ivan Suppan? He's a real player. He, again, not too many high attributes, but he's got some solid ones. But again, probably not really, just not an amazing player. So we're kind of reaching that stat now. So maybe that's just how FM16 is. The 20 million players are good players, but they're not the absolute superstars. The superstars are the guys I've showed you already. I'm just trying to now find some familiar names, but I'm still going to go down, and maybe Divock Origi. He's a guy you maybe want to know about. Moved to Lazio, obviously a Liverpool player. He signed for Liverpool previous season in real life, and he's had a couple loan spells that ends up, he doesn't even play. Liverpool don't give him a chance, so probably not good enough, and goes out on a free. But to me, he looks like a Liverpool quality player, like not a top 4 quality player. But I can't say that Liverpool have actually been good in this save. But again, I'll save that for another video to see how teams have gone in the Premier League. But yeah, he ended up moving on. I'm just trying to check out any other ones here, notable names. Suppan, I showed you before. Oh, Lukovitch. We all remember him, don't we, from FM15. Again, he looks like he hasn't really kicked on. He's not... I don't know. He's not that good. I really have great memories. I had one save where he was one of the best strikers in the world. Looked insane. He's not quite the same, but still at least guarantees 10 goals, I suppose, in the league, in the French league. So I suppose that's okay. But again, it's not kind of world-class level. There's Hakan Çalhanoğlu up there as a striker. Moved to Crystal Palace right now. So yeah, under 20 million, you expect these guys won't be absolutely amazing. So we'll go, this is about finding the best talent. So the best guys up there, I'll kind of do a review of the absolute best, in my opinion. We'll go to the highest age again, so I can talk about basically the other guy who I thought was the best, Gaby, Adeney, Manolo. Alvaro Murata, still, 6 years into the game, he is the highest valued player. He's 50 million. And when did he sign for Liverpool again? Yeah, it was a few seasons ago. So he's really performed well. He's performed well for Liverpool, and a big reason to why they're doing well. Again, I'll talk about that in another video. I'll cover the Premier League and top division, see how they're going, who's been doing well, what teams, everything like that. But yeah, Alvaro Murata, highest valued player in the game, 6 seasons in. Anthony Martial up there as well. I won't click on these guys. It will take too long. Zivkovic, he's still good. Very good player. 39 million. Anyone else? Andre Silva, I talked about, didn't I? Could be a very unique type. Harry Kane, solid as you would expect. Not the best in the game, but he's up there as an English type. If you're like Man United, you want to sign an English striker, could be a type you go for. Vieto, I talked about as well. Pretty decent. Corentin Jean, like I said, unique type that could probably play... if you want to train him, winger maybe. Nabil Fekir as well. Gabriel Has Zeus, okay. Inaki Williams, again, talked about him, the Liverpool guy. Malcolm, he was one of those others that could be really strong as a winger. And I talked about him as you could get, if you can get the best out of him, he'll be a really, really solid player. One of the best attacking players in the world, if you could, use him in that way. Saito Barahino, not quite. But to me, this is my, I'll do this in every kind of episode. Manolo Gabbiadini is the best in the game, in my opinion, for a guy that's 23 or 24 or younger. So he'll start at 23 because he's 29 in the game. He is the best. This is just my opinion as well. You could see Murata as well. Murata's really good. But for Gabbiadini's output, those 3 seasons with Napoli, that season there, the middle one with Napoli, out of those big seasons anyway, 35 goals in all competitions. That's insane. Still, maybe he's adjusting to life in England as well, so keep that in mind. If you're going to sign him as well, sure, he may be good for Napoli. If you're Napoli, keep him. Or if you're in Italy, sign him. But maybe it'll take him time to adjust. That's always a thing in Football Manager. Players may need time to adjust, so keep that in mind. And then you compare to Murata, or compare to Murata and Martial, the two other higher guys. Alvaro Murata, his highest goals, 21 in the league for Liverpool and 28 in all competitions. And even that season they signed him in January, 8 goals in 14. So, yeah, pretty good. But to me, Gaby Adeney is still ahead of him on that stat. And that's the most important, goal scored for a striker than Anthony Martial. Again, he's in the same boat. It's not the same. It's not the same output. It's not the same output as Gaby Adeney. And then maybe Zivkovic as well, as another really high-rated guy. We'll go history, see what he's done. Again, no, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's definitely not. And Andre Silva, that other unique guy I talked about, he could probably go close. Again, it was only in Portugal, but he did score 16 in Germany for Mainz, that's a pretty decent amount for like Mainz level, and he's got over a 7 average rating every season. And then maybe just to finish off, Harry Kane, as an English striker, I'm sure you want me to chuck one of those in as to analyse him. Solid first season. It's interesting, the first season was his best one, arguably. 21 goals and 24 in all competitions. What's his most in all competitions? Following season, 24 in all competitions as well. And then 22 with first season with Manchester United in all competitions. And yeah, that's it. Or 25, actually. Surprisingly, yeah, that's an interesting season. It looks better than it shows. Like 11 goals in 33 doesn't look absolutely spectacular, but 12 in 12 starts in the Champions League. I would imagine it will be in Champions League, not Europa League, but European competition, and 7 in 8 starts for England as well. So Harry Kane, getting the job done. But again, I'll finish it on my recommended signing. If you're a top 4 team, go for this lad. If you're maybe a lower team in the league or something like a mid-table team, there's a few other options I talked about that are a bit younger and everything like that. But Manolo Gaby Adeney, he is the best in my opinion, judging off his output. Judging off the attributes, he's probably not quite the best. Maybe Murata is, I don't know. But for the output and just certain things like preferred moves, and at the end of the day, the goals. At the end of the day, look at those goals, man. Just absolutely amazing. That 35 goal in all competition that season, absolutely amazing. And when a guy does that, you know he's got the qualities. So Manolo Gaby Adeney, my number 1 striker in Football Manager 2016. So that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Drop a like, nice and long. If you like them long, because you could just sit back and listen to me talk about all these players, drop in the feedback for the next episodes. And I'll see you guys in the very next one.